Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Scorpio for the end of March. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you here for this final portion of the month. So the timeline on this reading is from March 22nd, March 22nd, 23rd, so that would be the second to last weekend in March, all the way through to April 7th. So effectively, we are looking at the last week of March as well as the week after. And the reason I chose April 7th is because that is the last day of Mercury retrograde. So let's go ahead and get everything set up here and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right, I think that's looking just about good enough to me here, Scorpio. Okay, energy on the bottom. You have the Sun card. So the sun is really the best card to find in a tarot reading. I love to see this on the bottom because the way that I'm looking at this, it's total happiness. You can see this person is just absolutely living their life, right? They're absolutely living their best life. The sun brings about success, happiness, vitality into one's life, where it can suggest that things like that are coming, energies like that are coming in for you. But also, the way that I'm looking at this is, as this is on the bottom of the deck, it's almost like maybe some of you it's a little hidden, right? It's a little hidden from view. You may not realize that there's a bright spot in your life somewhere. And I love to see this card, particularly in this reading, because to start off here, you have a bit of a challenging energy in the middle, right? So the thing about the sun is, hold on, so let me just kind of get all of my thoughts together here. But the thing about the sun is it negates the negative aspects of cards around it. And since this is on the bottom, this is hidden, right? So this is kind of affecting everything. And it augments the positive aspects of cards around it. So with the Ten of Swords here in the middle, this middle card is very important because it spills into the rest of the cards. It kind of influences every card. The Ten of Swords, it is a challenging or painful ending potentially in one's life, right? You can see this person's completely down and out, all right? So when you get the Ten of Swords, it can suggest that something is done, dead, over with when this card shows up. However, especially because we have the influence of the sun here, let's flip this card around and see how these swords here are actually falling out of this person, right? So when you get the Ten of Swords, the really positive interpretation is this person is now being released from what is no longer serving them. And so while it is challenging, it is painful, there is a change happening here. And there may be something in your life that's just completely over with. It is an ending, right? It is a completion. So it is allowing you to start a new cycle if this is what you want. Now, of course, as with anything, take as much time as you need to feel all the feelings, right? Definitely not here to emotionally invalidate you in any way. So, if you have gone through something challenging or painful, take the time that you need, right? But I should also note, 1 or 2 cards never makes a tarot reading. And while you do have 2 challenging cards, basically every other card here is incredible, on this spread, on this reading. So for you, let's try to investigate this more and get some more details on what this ending might be around. So in the first column, you have the Two of Pentacles, you have the World, and you have the Nine of Wands. All right, perhaps in the past year, there's been some type of financial loss or challenge. All right, so I'm not forecasting this. I'm not forecasting that this will be happening, so don't allow yourself to stress out or get anxious or paranoid. But I think in the past, there's been some sort of loss, because when you get the Two of Pentacles, it can indicate money either going up or money going down, right? Money coming in, money going out. It's financial changes, and it depends largely on the influence of the other cards. So for you, with this Ten of Swords here, It's possible that some of you had like a financial loss. The thing is that this is not taken you out of the game, so to speak. You have not completely given up, and also you have not backed down on improving and working through whatever this challenge is, right? And especially because you have this Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands says that you are being asked to be strong and courageous, and to realize that you're basically at the finish line. So if we're looking at this from a very positive perspective, it feels like the potential financial challenges of the past could be turning around for you, right? This could be over. Albeit it may have been challenging or painful. There's definitely an energy signature here, Scorpio, of you going through some type of financial situation, okay? For sure. I'll talk about that more with the Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. It seems like this has been a theme for some of you in the past, okay? But this seems like this could be over, right? Because again, with the Sun on the bottom, something that you don't see here, something that's hidden from view, you have an opportunity to turn this around, especially with the World. The World indicates certainty. The World indicates that you have completed something major. Okay, it's also a huge card of success. So you potentially have the two most successful cards in the tarot, which is the Sun and the World. And so while I do think that you've gone through some deep challenges in maybe your material life or in the career sector of your life, I do think you have a huge opportunity to turn things around, especially in the future. And I'm going to talk about that more. But yeah, I definitely see a comeback energy for you here, Scorpio. Now, if this is not about finances for you, like financial losses, not everybody's going to be in that situation. There's been something that's been testing your patience in your life with the Nine of Wands. This can be a card of just being like annoyed with someone or annoyed maybe at yourself or at a situation, and it's caused you to sort of like try to keep all the plates in the air with this Two of Pentacles. But this could be coming to a close, right? You could definitely be solving this problem. In the middle column, you have the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, this is Five Pentacles, Ten of Swords. I will not sugarcoat it. That is a challenging energy when it comes to finances, okay? Ten of Swords can be like a permanent loss when it's combined with the Five of Pentacles. So when I say permanent loss, you can think about, like, let's say, like you put money through a slot machine and you didn't get anything back. You've permanently lost that money, right? So this is the idea, or that's just a very basic example of what a permanent loss is. Maybe you've made a risky options call. Maybe you're interested in investing. Call option. You've done some risky options trading or something like this, and the account was blown, and it's a permanent loss. Or crypto is like a thing right now, where people are losing for sure. But some of you may have had a permanent loss in your financial situation. But again, I'm going to try to make this as positive as possible. You have, I said this to another sign here, it might have been Gemini. You have flashes of greatness here. You have flashes of greatness here. And you know what I'll also say? It's sort of this phrase that's coming to my mind, like, que sera, sera. What will be, will be. It's like, if you've made a mistake, let's say you have a permanent loss, you made a mistake, let it be what it is, and the only thing you can do from this point is, not make that mistake again, try to learn from your mistake and move forward. And, also, yes, feel the feelings of, like, certainly not invalidating your emotions or anything here, feel all the feelings, but it's sort of like, at a certain point, it's only up from here, it's only up from here. All right, on the other end of this, because this is a bit of a challenging reading, I hope that you're really getting the silver lining here, the silver thread that is in this reading, which is this is really turning around for you. Because the permanent loss thing is very specific, not everybody's going to be dealing with this. Again, something's annoying you, and it's leaving you. It's if you're not here in that permanent loss timeline, um, something's annoying you, and it's causing you to dip into this frequency of the Five of Pentacles, which is like unworthiness, right? The Five of Pentacles is this like feeling of unworthiness, but you have this Queen of Cups here, which is asking you to connect on to a vision or a dream or a goal that you may have for yourself, and try to maintain that vision that you have. You know, try to come up with, try to throw a wish out to the universe, and then connect to that vision and keep that vision in your mind. In the final column here, you have the Temperance card, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. All right, so this is extremely, extremely positive. Actually, in some respects, the Temperance card can be read as a comeback or a turnaround, because Temperance card comes after the transformation or the challenge, potentially, of the Death card. And the Temperance card is like a healing. It's very good. It's one of the good health cards in the tarot. It's good for your health, but it's also in other words, it can indicate that your health is turning around, or you have some positive developments in a health situation. But it's also, the Temperance card is like an angel, right? And you know, I do think that this Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles energy, Nine of Wands. This is going to be removed, and you have this new vision about how you are going to be placing your financial energy. The Six of Pentacles is inflow, outflow, very similar to the Two of Pentacles. You can see this person's giving money out, but it says that you have to sort of balance out that give and take. All right, and so there's something here that you are analyzing, Scorpio, with a fine-tooth comb on like your financial situation here, and it seems to be very positive for you. And I see this turning around, particularly, I've been saying this for everyone, but like after April 7th, both eclipses will be behind us, and then also the retrograde, Mercury retrograde, will be behind us. So we'll really get some headway there. And then for those of you who are looking for a job, the Page of Wands is the best indicator of a job offer, specifically of a job offer in the tarot. So this could be showing up here in the future for you. Almost like you've got Dark Night of the Soul energy here for sure showing up. But remember, with the sun here on the bottom, it's like what you can't see right now is there is a pretty overwhelming amount of success for you that's coming in, okay? So if you're still with me, we're going to go ahead and start to clarify the situation even more by pulling some additional cards. So we'll start by getting some oracle messages here, and we'll see what's going on. So you have Shield Maiden, make plans, and focus. Okay, so I definitely see that coming forward for you in the financial areas of your life. I see you putting pen to paper here, making a game plan, and working through any challenges that you may have been dealing with. Yeah, Dark Night of the Soul, you've got this snake shed old skin. You're going through a transformation here, for sure. And then, wow. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. This is not everyone, but some of you have been dabbling in financial markets, okay? And even if you've not been dabbling in them, like by doing some like risky option strategies, or you've been trading on leverage on the crypto markets, or something like that, like perhaps where we are, your retirement accounts are looking a little worrisome right now with this trader energy. You might be a little worried about that. You then have Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy, and then also Shaman, trust in higher forces. Yeah, there's something about like your investments here that's you're a little bit worried. The Two of Pentacles is about like it can be like a the word that's coming to my mind is just like shaky energy when it comes to money, because it's like it's not the Two of Pentacles is not like solid, right? It's in a state of flow or fluctuation. So this is interesting. Why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more and see what else we have here. All right, so I do hope you're doing well, Scorpio. I hope things are going good for you. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this, and then we'll go from there. All right. So you've got the Four of Pentacles, the Sun, again, amazing, and the Hanged Man. Okay. Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands definitely is a combination of resistance in the tarot. So it's a combination of resistance, and it's very important right now in your situation to not give up. Things are really going to improve for you. You may not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but things are going to be turning around if this is your reading, 100%. I feel that. I feel that if this is your reading. But right now, you're not exactly seeing it, right? With the Nine of Wands. You know, you're being called on to definitely move forward on something, and to not back down, and to not give up. Yeah, there's a big message here of like not giving up. Also, I use the term 100%. This is just a term I use. I should also just clarify that, you know, these types of general readings are never 100%, but I feel very strongly that if this is your reading, this situation is turning around. So I just need to sort of like add that cliff note, because I know some people will mention something about that. But the Sun card as well with the World is an incredible combination. Again, you have a very, very clear bright spot in your situation. One that has success, and also one that is around something wrapping up and something completing, something moving out of your scenario, moving out of your picture, and you will be very happy that this is now over. Yeah, you'll be very happy that this is now over. Again, especially because the World indicates certainty. And then the Four of Pentacles, definitely, Four of Pentacles asking you, with the Two of Pentacles, is asking you to save for a rainy day type of energy. Yeah, it's definitely asking you to save for a rainy day type of energy, because this person actually hoarding money, they're like afraid of letting go of money, versus the Two of Pentacles, it's like they have no choice. Money's coming in, money's going out. It just is what it is type deal. It's like, so you could think like paycheck to paycheck energy. But the Four of Pentacles, this person's afraid to let go of money. And so there is something about like savings here that is showing up. You then have the King of Swords. You know what? The Seven of Cups came out with the World. Wow. I took both of those cards out. Seven of Cups, the World, and the Nine of Wands. So I'm really hoping that if you're still with me, again, I'm going to reiterate this silver lining here. Sun twice, World twice. Okay? This challenge is going to be behind you, and you're going to be glad that you didn't give up. Okay? You're going to be glad that you didn't throw in the towel. Right now, the water is choppy for you, for sure, but something is closing up, and the universe here is really asking you to stick with this, to really, really go with this. And yeah, so with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, again, this is like something's really annoying. Maybe you're just like frustrated around like, why haven't I been able to do this? Like, you know, I've been trying, I've been putting all this motion, I've been making all this motion, I'm putting all this energy into something. Why is it not here? It's coming, okay, with the Sun and the World twice. King of Swords is asking you to look at something in a logical manner. I'm a huge fan of like empathy and intuition, but there are things in life that we have to look at logically, you know, there really are. And, you know, finances, money, that is one thing. You know, that is one thing that you have to look at logically. And the King of Swords is very, very capable of doing that and seeing everything for what it is and kind of putting all the facts on the table. You have this with the, okay, Queen of Cups here, for sure. Interesting. Yeah, so I was saying that, like, with the Queen of Cups, you know, have this vision, have this goal, have this dream, throw a dream out to the universe and maintain that vision, and I still stick with that. However, this needs to be met with some logic as well. Like, you still need to make the plans. For example, making plans and focus, that's more of the logical side of our brain, right? So can you blend? The Temperance card is all about blending. and alchemizing something. Can you blend the logic and the intuitive here? You then have the Strength card. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and you also have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's coming here. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. It's like planting a seed financially and seeing it grow. It's a new start in your money situation. And then the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, very positive if you're looking for a job. Okay, particularly this can really signify an offer. And one that maybe comes with a bonus or something along those lines because you have this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles would be the person like signing off on the money. And then the Strength card, again, the big theme here is do not give up because this is not the end of the road for you. It's time to continue. On the bottom, you have the Page of Swords, which is about potential delays or just high intelligence or high intellect. Again, there's something about like the logic part of your brain, the logical part of yourself needing to come forward at this time, and also like blending it with the intuitive if you can. All right, let's go ahead and start to clarify the situation even more by pulling some Kipper cards here. Let's see what the Kipper has for us. All right. All right. So you have high honor, amazing. Official person, even better. Toil and labor, unexpected income, concern, and sudden wealth. Just talking about slot machines, there's one here. Well, risk and reward is definitely, in this reading. Yeah, I'd be careful about permanent loss. I really would. I'd be careful about some permanent loss. For sure. It feels like the energy signature here is to profit through your ability to work harder than everyone else. With this toil and labor card, I do think for those of you who are seeking jobs right now, high honor and official person is an incredibly good sign. Official person is the person who is like the hiring manager. Queen of Pentacles is the person writing the check. Then you have the Page of Wands, which is a job offer, plus high honor. People think you're the real deal, Scorpio. People are really impressed by you. This is a very positive way to end the reading. Not sure what's going on there with the unexpected income, but that's like an extra bonus. It's not like a large sum of money, but it's something extra. Interestingly enough, sudden wealth can be larger sums, but it's not something that you can control. It's more so like you can control how much risk that you put out there, but you can't control what the risk will yield. So yeah, there's like this message here around risk reward. That's very interesting for you. Okay, this is what I have. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.